We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. When I was back home washing them dishes, I was just wishing I could just vision. I was gon' get it, I was on missions, I was just living. Walked in that building, we was just building, taking our time. We was just yielding, we was just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us, it won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega, probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. I salute Wake, cop a new crib, got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors, they gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us away from these haters. Hope the Lord save us away from these snakes, away from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks. Wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, you better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we've been putting in the hours.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Cowboys going up against the Raiders. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there on the pickup, and the Raiders are going to have a first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. Let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
To throw, it's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 on the gain there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got time. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Back to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down.
Here we go now. Please.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. So the field goal unit is coming on here. And boy, now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
We ready?
And now here's a carry heading left. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
On second down, here's Carr. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say... No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Okay, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now this time he'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Third down, he'll drop to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They come out here in the eye. Running with Elliott. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Give him 28 yards on that one. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
He'll drop to throw. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now back to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing, no pass interference. The hit jars it loose, and now they forced them into a decision. Do you go for it on 4th down or kick the field goal?
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now this time, Carl throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
Carr now on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. One man in the backfield, Elliott. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's the Raider punter Marquette King to kick it away.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense. And next time out, let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They come up in an offset eye. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Looking to throw. He's got nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw here. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. One receiver left, three to the right. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're definitely showing blitz here. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On second down, here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Third and one, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now this time, Carl throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Slot man moves right. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now the Cowboys' offense heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And the Raiders have got him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that brings up 4th down.
sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll throw now on the final play. Surveying the field. He's going to take another shot here. And it is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Dodd able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Third down and 12. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing his car on third down. And that is incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you pick.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They'll come out in the pistol. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
All right, here we go.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. He'll take it at the 42. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
It's a direct snap to Elliott. And on the ground they go with the running back. And a cutback, right sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle, and this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Back now in the East Bay, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Room here to run. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
10 yards still left on second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced it.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. He's definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Letting one fly. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Here we go.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Here we go. Here we go.
Carr now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Cooper, the man in motion right.
Hold on, baby, alert. Tighten up. Hold on, baby, alert. Check 31. Hey, we're going to run, baby, alert.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. his running back. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. A great read in it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
All right, here we go.
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And to give this time to the tailback. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So the D-line's going to spread out. Carr now to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man.
But yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this looks to probably be the final play. On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's got some space here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.